What up, world? Welcome back to the second installment of Snacking with Chef. Of course, I am your host, Chef. Today, we're gonna do a little bit of cooking, a little bit of cooking. All right, we're gonna talk about the Lions and the Vikings upcoming matchup on Fox tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're doing a little preview. The first thing that we got to realize is that Lions Vikings, this is a divisional game. The Lions won 3 games last year, and one of those games was beating the Vikings. So you have to throw everything out of the window pretty much when it comes to divisional games. Anybody can get anybody any given Sunday. Really applies when it's a divisional game. The Lions are coming off of a big win over the Commanders last Sunday, and the Vikings are coming off of a very embarrassing loss to the Eagles on Monday Night Football. It seems like when the lights are brightest, Kirk Cousins gets the ghostest. Okay, but unfortunately, Kirk, not my cousins, not my kinfolk, will be playing against the Lions in a 1 p.m. game. It is not prime time, so the prime time jitters are not going to be a factor. So the only way that we can cause jitters is to get pressure. And very fortunately for us, the Lions have been very adept at getting pressure on the quarterback these first 2 weeks, and hopefully it'll be more of the same this third week. The defensive side of the ball, both of these teams seem to be going the opposite directions. Both of the secondaries were pretty bad last week, with the Lions giving up 300-plus yards to Carson Wentz, and it all seemed like that was in the second half, because in the first half, we had them boys on lock. They weren't doing nothing, right? But they did give up those yards, and the Vikings also gave up 300-plus yards against the Eagles. Fortunately for the Lions, we're getting some help back on the secondary side with Amani Oruwariye. Say that 3 times fast. Good Lord. All right. And Ifatu Malafanu. Yes, I am your multilingual translator. Holla at me. All right. Anyway, unfortunately for the Vikings, though, All-Pro safety Harrison Smith has been ruled out. He was in the concussion protocol. He will not be playing against the Lions. And also, rookie Andrew Booth will not be playing against the Lions. The Vikings are in a situation where they need help in the secondary, and they're not getting it. And the Lions are in a situation where they need help in the secondary, and hopefully they're getting some back. Hopefully we're not stretched too thin against Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. Hopefully we can throw some double teams at Justin Jefferson, and he won't carve us up and be hitting that gritty too much. One gritty is fine. We all love to see the gritty, but too many gritties, we can't have that. We can't have that. But anyway, on the offensive line for the Lions, we do have some good news. We're getting Frank Ragnow back. Jonah Jackson is still out, and also Big Vitae, of course, he's still out because he's on injured reserve, and he can't come back until after next week at the earliest. It's a tough one. It's a toss-up. I like the Lions in this one. Aiden Hutchinson is going to be playing. He's designated as questionable, but he says he's feeling good. So hopefully he can get out there and get another 3 sacks. That would be awesome. The Vikings front is formidable, but they're mostly better against the pass, as they gave up large chunks of yardage against the run to both Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders. They gave up like 4.8 yards a carry, so that's almost 5 yards a carry. And the Lions running game has been doing work these first 2 games. Both of the performances that they put out were just under 200 yards, so hopefully they can have another big day on the ground. DeAndre Swift was listed as questionable because of his ankle, so just like we saw him against the Commanders, we'll probably see him with 10 to 12 plays, and hopefully in those 10 to 12 plays he hits another 11.6 yard per carry average. That would be awesome. That would be wonderful. So don't sleep on the Lions in this one. I don't think that the stage is too big. It is our first away game, So we're not going to have that home cooking. But hopefully we'll go in there. We'll heat up Kirk Cousins. We'll keep constant pressure on him. Get him off his square early and often. And hopefully we'll come out of there with the W. That's all we're looking for. So let's keep cooking, Lions. Let's keep cooking.